Ao Haru Ride, episode 4. I'm recording this on my old camera, so please bear with me. I just didn't feel like setting up my tripod and my other camera sitting right here. I ain't feel like being bothered with it right now, man. It's 12:30 and all that shit though, man. So please just bear with me. But Ao Haru Ride, episode 4. I am loving this series, man. I'm telling you. I kept saying to myself, this is gonna replace Golden Time for me. Okay? I was like, Gekken Shoujo Nozaki-kun is gonna somewhat replace Engaged to the Unidentified, and this one, Ao Haru Ride or Blue Spring Ride, is gonna replace Golden Time, and so far it has not disappointed, man. I'm loving the dynamic between Cole and Futaba. I'm loving it. I am loving their dynamic, and I am loving how they are together. This episode starts off pretty much with Futaba going to get Cole for the training camp that they have to attend or whatever. She goes over to his house and she rings the doorbell quite a lot of fucking times though. Like, when I saw that shit, I was just like, damn, man, like, if I was in my house and she rang my doorbell like that, I would have came outside with a fucking attitude. Like, she rung it once, again. I'm like, damn, man, like, have some doorbell etiquette. Everybody know. Ring. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta wait. Have some etiquette, man. Damn. But she rings the doorbell all them times, and then he comes to the door shirtless with a towel on, and she freaks the fuck out. She's just like, oh my god, you're naked, and she's making all this noise and shit, and he pulls her in the house, man. He's just like, damn, man, you saying all this shit in front of my neighbors, man. Damn. Gotta keep that shit on the low, girl. Saying all this shit in front of my fucking neighbors, man. Damn. But it's funny because she was just like, you're naked, but I'm just like, he got on pants. He's shirtless. So what? Who cares? He's shirtless. It's not like, now if he came to the door with a towel on, then I would have been like, yeah, like, that's some crazy shit. Or if he came to the door like completely wet, you know what I'm saying? Drenched. I'm like, yeah, that's some shit to freak out about. Well, he had pants on and a towel around his neck. So I was like, damn. He was like, I'm about to hop in the shower, and she pushes him. She touches his back, and she flips out about touching his bare skin and all that shit. And I'm just like, wow, this girl is silly as fuck. But through a series of events that are specifically related to anime, they do not arrive at the location on time. She forgets her bag at his house. They have to go back and get it. Then they go to the train station, make it on time to get inside the train, but it turns out it's the wrong train. So they have to make it to the campground on their own. And they make it there, and the people there make them issue an apology and all that bullshit. And again, remember last week when I said that girl Murayo, M-U-R-A-O, Murayo, she had a thing for Cole's brother. Confirmed it in this. Every time when he came over to tell them that they wanted him to issue an apology, he fucking, like, she was blushing. She did that every time he was in the frame. Like, every time he's in the frame, like the first time they introduce her character and she's talking to him, is blush on her cheeks. And then he walks away and she's still looking at him. So I'm just like, yeah, she likes him. So you can see that in this episode that she likes him. She has feelings for him or whatever, but it can't come to fruition because she's a fucking kid and, you know, he's a teacher. It's funny because they never say you're a kid and I'm an adult. They always say you're a student and I'm a teacher. Shouldn't it be kid and adult, not student teacher? Fuck all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because you can still be 18 and still be in high school, right? I don't know if 18 is considered grown in Japan, but you can be 18 and still be in high school. So shouldn't it be you are a child and I'm an adult? But whatever. And then after that though, Muriel kind of gets into a little spat with Cole because she feels like she somewhat felt like Cole was being a spoiled brat and he's not being grateful to his brother, looking out for him and all that shit. But she doesn't know their history, so she needs to shut the fuck up. Like, honestly, that annoys me when people just talk out of line when you don't know what's going on. You don't know what their history is. Like, Cole might have a particular reason for like disliking his brother. I don't know. He doesn't seem like he dislikes him. He just seems like he's slightly annoyed with him, don't want to be bothered with him. So she don't know what the fuck going on there. She do not know their history. But man, this episode was funny, man. I like that whole dynamic with, again, Cole and Futaba. I like that shit though, man. In this episode, man, like when they was at that table and she was, you know, just saying how she believes that he's incredible because he was able to just kind of bullshit through a speech that he was supposed to be giving, man. Like, the question was like, why are events important? And all Futaba wrote in the box was happy memories, and he took that happy memories thing and just, you know, completely just went on his own thing about, you know, you have to create these events with people, and you have to bring people together, man, just like all this type of stuff, and you have to make these memories with people, and how if you make a happy memory with a person, that the two of you are going to be able to share this memory and look on it with the same light. You know what I'm saying? So I was just like, wow, that is cool. And she was impressed by that, and she goes on to say that, you know, he's just incredible, and he tells her like, nah, man, I'm half baked. You know what I'm saying? Which is weird because, again, I thought the translation should have been I do things half-assed. So half baked sounds kind of, you know, it sounds less serious. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say you do stuff half-assed, people know what you mean. That you could potentially do better, but you just choose not to. When you say that you half baked, that's weird because like the baking process is like, it's not like the shit inside the oven chooses when it comes out. You know what I'm saying? It's up to the person who's making it to decide when it comes out of the oven. So the stuff inside of the oven doesn't have a choice. But when you do stuff half-assed, that's your choice. And in Cole's, you know, point of view, he's doing things half-assed by his own choice. So he's choosing to do that. So I think half-assed should have been a better term than half-baked. But I digress. He goes on to tell her that because you feel bad and depressed about this, that means that you're already a more respectable person than myself, because I simply don't care. I'm just like, that's me. Like, that's exactly how I am. Like, I simply just do not give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? So it appears that I'm more confident than the average person, but I just don't give a damn. But they have a moment at the table, though, man. Like, they're laying side by side, you know, like this, in a way, like this. This is her head, this is his. They're laying side by side like this, and then she turns, and he turns away quick as fuck, because he's like, they facing each other now. And he turns away quick as hell, and then he's still complimenting her in a way, and she runs her hand through his hair, and she actually, like, gets real close to the back of his head, man. Like, her lips are touching the back of his head, and I was just like, holy shit, like, this is progressing quicker than I thought, man. We 4 episodes in, and we already might get a love confession. Like, shit, this is awesome. And he takes her hand, and he's holding it, like, close to his face, and he's just like, let me ask you a question. Do you love me? And I was like, oh, fuck. Okay. Like when he said that, I said, oh, shit. Holy fuck. Like, I was shocked, you know. But then, of course, anime, right? They have to find some reason to not tell each other that they still feel that way about one another. So, of course, what happens next is that she says pretty much just like, oh, you're so full of yourself. You thinking that I'm just throwing myself at you because of this and blah, 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 blah. And he's just like, bitch. Not a joke, but he's just like, idiot. I'm just trying to make sure that you don't have, that I'm not doing anything to come off as though I still love you, because I don't. And she's like, neither do I. You know what I'm saying? And then she was just like, I'm just trying to really get to understand this particular code. And that sort of pisses him off. He's just like, listen, you keep saying that you're trying to move forward. You keep saying all the type of stuff, but you keep clinging to the past. You are so incompetent. Just let that shit go. And I was just like, damn, this motherfucker is as cold as ice, son. Like, as cold as ice. You know what I'm saying? And I'm drinking a frozen drink right now. That shit is not as cold as what cold is. I was like, fuck. But the next day, they're cleaning up and all that shit. They have to, and it's a sour mood between those two, and everyone can pick up on it. And again, Laura was talking to Cole's brother, and she's, you know, clinging on to him. And he's just like, hey, you gotta get out of here. You know, you have to leave. Like, there's no reason for you to be here. You have to go. And what's the girl's name? The girl who nobody liked. The girl who all the other girls hated. What's her? They keep saying her first name. Like, what the fuck was her name? Her first name was something like Yuri or something like that. What was her name? Let me look it up. This is how douchey I am right now. I'm looking it up. I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see. Yeah, Makita. Yuri Makita. Her name is Yuri. Okay, cool. Her name is Yuri Makita, and they Yuri overhears this conversation that Cole's brother is having with Muro or whatever, and Muro doesn't even stick around and let her say anything. She just kind of just bounces. She's kind of just fucking leaves. So, you know, nothing's gonna really come of that shit, you know. But after that, though, man, it's this girl who's kind of talking to Cole, and Futaba kind of overhears this and whatever. And she's thinking it's a confession of love, and she kind of gets caught up in between these two dudes or whatever. And Cole comes over there to like help her out by saying that she was his girlfriend, and they walk hand in hand. And she's like, "How long are you gonna hold my hand?" And he just like, you know, for a little while longer, try to bear it. And then she just like, "I actually don't mind," you know. And they walking hand in hand into the sunlight, you know. And it's funny because she's just like, like she keeps saying that he can make her feel agitated and relieved within the same breath, but that doesn't mean that I love this Cole. And that's how this episode ends, man. Is with her trying to kind of search out her own feelings, and I think he is as well. Like, he could have been let her hand go when they got past those guys, but I think he's trying to search out his own feelings or whatever, man. It's kind of like that show. What was it called? Tunari. That show with the guy 3 or 4 years. So, well, he's seen her. She hasn't really noticed him. So that's a good thing, though, man. I like that, though, man. I hope that this doesn't end up being like some teasing type of shit with these two. Like, oh, we love each other, now we don't. Oh, we love each other, now we don't. Oh, we love each other, now we don't. You know. I hope that the love that they have for each other really does blossom, and it is shown. You know what I'm saying? But